Muted everyone, and if anyone has a question, I'd be happy to try and answer.
Okay, hi, Stuart.
Yeah, hi, Larry.
Can you talk more about surrender and letting go of your stuff?
It's probably the essence of every talk I give. It comes down to necessity. We have to surrender anyway, day after day after day. In order to live through the day, we have to let go of things. To be in this class, we have to let go of something else. Please, everyone, try and sit still. And no matter what we do in life, we have to learn how to let go. What we're letting go of in this meditation, deep tension, blocks, emotional, mental blocks, conditioning from early childhood, ways we've been taught to live, the kind of educations we've been given. We have to let go of all of that because the ultimate state is a state of nothingness inside ourselves. And the state of nothingness is kind of, most people, it's kind of a little scary, I'm going to be nothing. But it really is not that. It just makes room for spiritual energy to come into us and guide our lives, develop the chakra system, take us on a path to enlightenment, allow us to work out our karma, allow us to see life more clearly. These elements of living are essential. Most people have no clarity in their day-to-day vision of life. Most people are full of so much tension, so much anxiety, and even worse than that, rightness, having been conditioned by life to have certain belief systems that they think are right, and then they're in opposition to everybody else because there's nobody else on the planet that can possibly fit into our conception of what life is all about. So letting go, surrender, is the key to this. And all it is, it's not, you don't let go of your family, you don't let go of your friends, your job, your source of incomes. It's learning to go deep enough inside so the things that you do in life, the people that you associate, you understand, you can do everything you do, except life doesn't have you. It's not sucking you dry. You have used that depth of surrender to build a system inside that is strong enough to stay, in connection with higher energy in the universe. You have made room for that energy to live inside you. If you're full of you, if I'm full of me, there's no room for that energy. I always kid around, you can only put so much water in a glass. And if we're holding on to, righteousness, beliefs, this and that, anxiety, tension, fear, insecurity, there's no room for spirit. We have to make room. And those are the things we have to learn to surrender. How do you learn to surrender them? The only way I have learned to do this, I heard this before I met Rudy, but nobody ever said how to do it. And the way I learn is something I repeat over and over again. It's the development of a chakra system that's strong enough, that gives you enough inner strength to be able to let go of years of conditioned behavior. So the newness can come, the freshness of spirit can come. It's like we're now in the dead of winter, it's been snowing like crazy here, but it's the dead of winter that makes it possible for spring to come. And that is really what I'm talking about. It's that surrender to a state of nothingness inside that allows higher energy to flow through your system, strengthen your chakra system, to guide you in all the things you do in your daily life. It's the key. And the key is surrender. I once wrote a book called The Deepest Surrender, Notes on a Spiritual Life. I had to change the title because I kept getting feedback. You want me to surrender? You want me to give up? From people. All right, so I changed it to a lotus flower and muddy water. Anyway, it's a better title. But it's it's a deeper surrender. And there's no limit to the amount of surrender that can go on inside a person, because no matter how deep you go, there's still conditioned things, anxieties, blocks, tensions inside every human being. So the key to inner development is really letting go. Letting go. It's the key to anything that's new in life, fresh. It's the key to having a relationship with another human being. Because if you have a relationship, you've got to surrender every day. You cannot go into that relationship being right. You'll have hell. But you have to let go. You have to let that other person live around you and work out their lives and let go. Let go of all your ideas about the way the world is supposed to function. I mean, years ago, I just gave it up. I said, I have no idea what's right in this life. I have no idea what's wrong or what's right. I have to let go, and I have to let life teach me so that I don't inflict my, opinions on other people and get into arguments and fights with them because they don't live their lives according to the way I think they're supposed to live it. I have no idea how any of you should live your lives. I really don't. You understand? I respect the way people live. I mean, as long as we're not going out and stealing and murdering and, doing really insane stuff, I respect the way people live, because each and every one of you is my teacher, and each and every one of you is teaching me something deep about me that I have to learn. And I can't learn this if I'm full of me. I can only open to allow that energy, that teaching, to become a part of my life. So when I talk about surrender, I'm not talking about giving up. I'm talking about making room for God, for spirit to live inside us. I hope that's clear. Is that clear?
Yeah, it's very clear. Thank you.
You're welcome. Does anyone else have a question?
I have a question, Stuart. Just
Yes.
for receiving the energy good, just a reminding question, but for receiving the energy good, is it better to concentrate or to be in some kind of a hypnotic state, The difference between focus or...
It's better to stay focused below the navel. It's better to open your heart. It's better to quiet the mind. It's better to quiet the throat. It's better to channel your sexual energy and activate Kundalini. And this hypnotic state, like the meditation, it's like a trance-like state. It's just opening and receiving the energy. That's all. It's not, I don't practice hypnosis either.
No, I know, but it's a question of being relaxed inside. I mean, because to focus, sometimes you can be relaxed as well.
It's essential to be relaxed inside. If you're not relaxed, it's not going to work. It's essential. And feeling that intensity it's not a state where you're not relaxed. It's a state of receiving Shakti, receiving energy that's transforming you inside yourself. And you have to be relaxed. The third chakra has to be relaxed. The mind has to be relaxed. That's part of learning how to open to allow spiritual energy to come into you. The first step before you even sit down to meditate is you should relax yourself. Drop tension, listen to your breathing. If you need, take a shower, do something, run around the block 3 times, do something to relax yourself so that you come to the meditation in a state of relaxation. And then get focused and open and let the energy transform you inside, change you inside, develop a stronger system inside. You know, no matter how much, I mean, look, one of your problems, Paul, is you're very smart. You know, you have a very high IQ, you're a very intelligent man, you know, and there's a wisdom that transcends that intelligence. That wisdom comes from the universe. And if we're stuck in that level of intelligence, we never receive the real creative wisdom, which is the energy from the universe. So by bringing the attention down to the chakra below the navel, you understand, it makes room for spirit to come in and that creative energy. It's like I talked about Bach, you know, he's dying and everybody's upset. And he says, why are you upset? I'm just going to where the music is. That's where the music is. And what interferes with it is the intellect, the IQ, the mind, the rational, you know, ability to figure out things. You know, that when you receive that energy, it becomes probably the most extraordinary creative energy you can possibly deal with. And it really is the energy that creates the greatest music, the greatest art, the greatest writing, the greatest people that know how to live their lives with love, with joy, with, you know, harmony, with balance, with, you know,
It's
compassion.
2 o'clock.
You know, that's where that energy comes from. And to do it, you have to trust. You have to trust that if I build this kind of inner life, that energy will guide me. And I think this is essential to me anyway. I don't know. I always had a very hard time trying to rationalize anything in life. Nothing ever made sense to me when I was younger. It still doesn't, you know? But when that energy flows through, it all works. It just works. Life works. And all our job is, it's like any great, you know, musician, you have to learn the craft. It's learning the craft, learning how to use the double breathing exercise to build a chakra. That is the craft. Once you learn the craft and use it to develop that, then this energy, spirit, whatever you want to call it, it flows. So our job is mastering the craft. And then the universe will provide the rest. And it is so, I mean, it's like the Hallelujah chorus from Handel's Messiah. That's what goes on in you when somebody opens that they can receive that energy. Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask? Is that clear?
Yes, it is. It's you're saying it is like the big challenge is keeping the mind quiet, for sure.
Getting the mind quiet, getting
relaxing the mind.
Relaxing the mind, getting centered, focused, and getting past yourself. That's the biggest challenge, getting past oneself. On the other side of all of us is spiritual enlightenment. We're born here to learn how to get free of us. You know?
Yes.
Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask? And I know in my life, these classes certainly help. You know, they really help. It's a shame people miss them. They come once a week. You know, there's nothing I can do about that. That's all dependent upon somebody's need. But these classes, for me, are just, you know, they bring up the deepest elements of my own life, of my own connection with God, and, you know, and provide that kind of insight into a way to live that I find to be extraordinary. And it's not because I'm teaching them, because I'm not a teacher. I'm here to learn also. And sitting here and doing this with all of you really helps me to learn major things about living my own life. Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask? Okay, if there are no more questions, God bless you all. Thank you. And in all humility, couldn't think of a better way to spend an hour of my life than doing this. And, you know, with all of you. So thank you and bless you. And there'll be a class on Tuesday. And I'm hoping that you all attend, and I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you, Stuart.
Thank you, Stuart.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.